be, you know, some, are we allowed to call them dwarfs? No, they were, you know, very horny little dwarfs, as far as I could see. And then there was huge dildos and trapezes and 300 naked people doing all kinds of things, which was mind-boggling. I don't know how they got these people to do it, I have no idea. But anyway, the whole purpose of the scene was he says to me, Caligula, do you think this man is drunk, to one of the sentries? And I say, yes, my lord. No, my lord. No. And he goes, give him more wine. And they shove a funnel in the poor man's mouth and they pour these great big goat skins of wine into him while we go off around and the whole thing. And we come back at the end and then he sees the man and he goes, Caligula, do you think this man is drunk? I go, yes, my lord, I think this man is drunk. And he goes, knife! I've got the knife and I've got to get it into his hand in one, I can't, you know, fumble it. So I'm like looking, it's waiting. Yeah. He goes over to the guy now, under his breastplate, he's got some kind of like rubber ball, like, you know, you have at the beach, and it's been stuffed with chicken gizzards and red wine. So that it's supposed to be entrails of this man. He goes up with his sword, I mean, real subtle. Like this. The breastplate flies up, hits the guy smack in the nose. The beach ball goes boom, boom. 300 people are utter silence. Peter looks down in amazement, looks up with those brilliant blue eyes and goes, I think she's dropped her fucking handbag. So there you are. So I had some weird ones on a set. One of the penthouse pets attacked me with a bullwhip. Because somebody told her that if you want to be in this film, you better get next to the guy playing Caligula. So out of the blue, I'm suddenly attacked by this girl called Annika. I mean, Annika, what? What are you doing? Yeah. Remove her from the set. She was gone. I came back out of my dressing room, started again, and it was on a fake ship. And somehow she'd snuck back on, up onto the poop deck. And suddenly, two globous, beautiful breasts fall down, with her head between them, going, you Annika, get off! So weird things like that. That's Caligula. Who's got the mic?
Over here.
Ah, hello.
What did you think the first time you were given the script for Tank Girl?
For Tank Girl?
Yeah, reading it down.
Well, what did I think? I have no idea. I can't remember a thing about it. Except we shot it in Tucson in a copper mine at about 135 degrees. Delightful. I had fun though. I love Laurie Petty and I think she's very talented and she was perfect for that part. I just think the script wasn't quite honed enough, but it was fun. I mean, I can't complain about my own role. I loved playing this guy who was, you know, head of water and power, Kesley, whatever his name was, and I had fun doing it, and you know, the whole scene where the guy walks with the shattered glass and the whole thing. So, you know, I had fun doing it. But it's sort of a cult movie, isn't it? Wow, that's basically the story of my life. Never in a hit. It's always a cult movie. Yes, hit. And this was the Hollywood version, and it was probably one version too many. It doesn't quite work in English for some reason. But I had fun, and there's 25 minutes in that movie, which was hilarious. And those two guys were very, very funny, yeah. And Christine Applegate, too, who I adore. She's very talented. So I had fun. Yes?
Hey, my name's Debbie. You absolutely have one of the most magnificent voices in the business of all time.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Bar none, you are recognizable, absolutely. And most recently, it was for the Beverage Pom Wonderful.
Ah, Pom Wonderful.
I
have a lot of it in my refrigerator at home.
So I can deduce that
Stop! I can't drink as much of this damn stuff, but it's good stuff. Good stuff.
So you like it?
Oh, Pom Wonderful! My God, I think it's brilliant, and it's supposed to be good for you. If you believe all the ads.
Okay. That's what I told the lady at the checkout. I go, I'm buying this because Malcolm McDowell told me to.
You're not supposed to know whose voice that is, you know.
We can't help it. We can't help it. That's how distinct it is, and it's just a joy to listen.
Actually, I have to say this. It's a product I can 100% endorse.
Well, that's great, and I was curious, have you narrated any books on tape?
No, I don't like doing those.
You don't like
because I don't like being stuck in a tiny claustrophobic cubicle and then asked to do all this work of 600 characters and all the accents that go. The one I was asked to do was a Sherlock Holmes thing, and I worked it out. And you have to be a little mercenary here. I worked it out that there were 38 characters.
I see.
And you know, they don't pay very much. You know, they think you should be, you know, thrilled to be doing it. So I thought, when I write my own book, I will do books on tape for that, my biography.
I'll look forward to that. Thank you very much.
Have it going on right here.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, young man.
I do notice that every movie you do is mostly a bad guy that you're in, like you're a crazy bad guy, but couldn't you just be a good guy for...
Here, come up here. Hi. What's your name?
Wesley.
Wesley. How old are you?
7.
7. How come it's left up to a 7-year-old to hit on the whole crux of the whole career? How come? Out of the mouths of babes. So which movies have you seen of mine?
I have seen Star Trek Generation last night. I might be able to see Pumpkinhead in One More Day tonight.
Have you got a date tonight?
No, but I might with my girlfriend Maurice.
Maurice. And Maurice, sorry, okay, sorry. It's your Florida accent. So,
Rhode Island accent.
Well, no wonder we can't understand you. Now, okay, so how long have you been dating Reese?
I've been like 1 year. 1 year, I'd say.
You're not even embarrassed about this conversation, are you?
A little bit.
Okay. Is this it? This the one? Is this the final? You're gonna get married?
I might, but...
Ooh, are you gonna regret this? All right, Wesley. I have played a few good guys, but not very many. You're quite right. But you should see, yes, Time After Time, which was, it's a very that's a movie you should ask your mum to rent. Okay, Time After Time, and I'm a good guy in that one. Okay. Okay. Thanks for coming up, buddy. Oh, Wesley. All right, buddy, thank you. You never work with small children or dogs. Isn't he something? Oh my God! You've got troubles with this one, I'll tell you. Yes!
I don't know how I'm going to follow that.
No, I don't know how you're going to do it. Can you sing? Can you juggle?
I can't carry it.
Well, sit down, shut up.
Since we were talking about voice acting and accents, I was actually wondering, in Fallout 3, your character John Henry Eden is sort of supposed to be from rural Kentucky, and I was wondering if that was something that was ever considered.
Who said it was from rural Kentucky?
You did. You said, I am from rural Kentucky.
I do, I say it. Ah, yes! But he's an educated, cultured man. Did I do it with a southern accent? Thank you. I've been working on that. I can do southern, man. I can do it.
How you mom and them?
Huh?
How you mom and them?
How my what?
How you mom and them?
I thought you said how you hanging for a minute. I think I'm hanging fine. Thank you very much. Look, let's get serious. Did you like Fallout 3?
It is my favorite game ever.
Wow! Well, let me let you into our little secret. I haven't got a clue because I never played the game. Who do I play? The President of the United States, right?
Yes.
And I turn out to be a robot, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Spoilers.
Have I screwed it for everybody?
Sorry.
Well, I just based it on W. That's all I have to do. Oh, he's popular down here, isn't he? Eh? All righty then. On to the next one. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thanks again. Fallout 3, I love doing those video games. Yes?
Can you please tell me what it was like working with Doomsday? Because I thought that was a great, like, post-Mad Max type futuristic film, and your role was awesome in that.
Thank you. I enjoyed very much working with Neil Marshall, the director. He's a lovely guy. And, you know, I read the script. Well, I read my part, anyway. I mean, if you're not in a scene, what's the point? Sometimes you really don't know what, you don't want to know what the movie's about sometimes. So, and often you can be found out terribly. But, and I'll give you a little example of that, about reading scripts. Well, you know, you get a lot of scripts and people meet you on the street and they give you a script. Well, let me tell you this. To read a script, it's like, you know, a lot of work if you're supposed to, you know, give them a synopsis of it or tell them what you think, blah, 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 blah. So we're talking about, this takes a day of work, reading a script. So I was given this script by this young director, and I was, you know, busy or whatever, and a month went by, 2 months went by, and I you know, hadn't read his script. And I felt really guilty because the guy was really talented. So in the end, I thought, oh my God, I got to read this script. So I started to read it. I got to page 65, and it was really well written. And I thought, oh my God, how great. I'll call him up now. I was so excited I could call him and tell him, love the script, loved it. And he went, really? Well, you know, right there, that you know, I got halfway through it, over halfway through it, and the director's going, really? So I said, yes, I enjoyed it very, very much indeed, and you know, he went, well, let's have dinner tomorrow night. I went, fine. I went straight back to finish the thing, and on the very next page, the guy goes into the men's room, takes his pants down, and all the way on his thighs are these staple marks where he turns out that he's into S&M that doesn't come out until page 66. And the guy ends in love. You think he's in love with the operator of this machine in a factory, but he's in love with a machine. It's a thing that fills pillows. So the moral of this story is, read the bloody script! Yes?
First of all, huge fan. Is there a project that you regretted doing? Now you're just like, oh, what the fuck was I thinking?
Often. But I'm not going to tell you what. I'm off to do, I'm starting next week to shoot the second season of a show we're doing at TNT called Franklin and Bath, which I am enjoying enormously, and it's a wonderful cast, great producer-writers who are phenomenal. Bill Chase and Kevin Falls. And so we go into that, and it finishes, I think, in February. It doesn't air till next summer, so catch it. If you haven't seen it, it is a great show, I think. Very proud of it. And then I go to Scotland to do a movie called The Monster Butler. And it's, well, as you can tell by the title, that it's based on a true story of a great con man in England, or he was actually born in Glasgow. He became a butler. He was one of the great thieves, sleight of hand. He could have been, the people that met this man, his name was Roy Fontaine. Of course, a fictitious name. His favorite movie was with Joan Fontaine and Laurence Olivier. Dave, what is it? You awake? Oh. What was it? Rebecca, thank you. And so he called himself Roy Fontaine. Because, anyway, in his late 50s, he became a psychotic killer. Killed 5 people in as many months. The people that met this guy said he could have been a captain of industry or a politician. He was a very charismatic, extraordinary man. And this is sort of like Alex 40 years on. Without the eyelash on the bowler. How are you? Nice to see you. Oh, good. Anyway, so I go to shoot that, and I've been wanting to make this movie for 20 years, so I'm really excited, and I think it's a great script, and hopefully it's going to be a great movie. Yes?
Hi, I'm
Hello.
Savannah.
Who are you?
I'm Savannah.
Oh, nice to see you.
One of my favorite shows is Psych, and I know you're going to be guest starring.
Psych?
Yeah, I know you're going to be guest starring on the first episode of
Yes.
the season, and I was wondering if you had any funny stories from the set.
Oh God, I was only up there 5 minutes. Psych, that's the one with the, that one, yeah. Well, I tell you, that guy, James, is fabulous and very talented. I did most of my stuff with him. And Xena Walker, you know, from Rome fame. You know who she is? That one. She's gorgeous and very talented. So we had a great time doing it. And it's a terrific show. I'd never seen the show, so but when I read the script, I wanted to do it. It's in its 8th season or something, so obviously it's successful, and I enjoyed it very much. And I think, you know, this season they've got guest stars now every week, so I think it'll be fun for the audience to, you know, see who's coming next. So, yes, any more? For any more?
Over here.
Okay.
Hi there, Malcolm. My name is Cheryl.
Hi, how are you?
I just wanted to tell you that you are an icon for our generation. I was there when you put out your first movie in the theaters. I've seen them all throughout the years. And what I like about you is you think outside the box. And you make a movie special because you're special. And I want you to know that you've touched a lot of lives. We followed you over the generations.
How much is that going to cost me? darling, very much. I really appreciate that. I appreciate coming to see the fans, pretty much. Except the ones that make any sudden moves. But I must say that it's been a great joy for me to be an actor. I wouldn't know what else to do, to be honest. Because I'm useless around the house. I can't do anything. I don't even know really how the iPhone works. I've got a good idea, but...
Yeah, you're from my generation. It's like a telephone's supposed to be a telephone.
Right, that's right. So boring. I mean, But it's been such a great ride, and I've done the stuff that I've wanted to do, which is the weird, quirky, strange stuff. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, it's been a great ride, and to be able to work through the generations, you know, I've been very, very fortunate, very blessed, and very lucky. So that's all I'll say about that. And thank God I still have my memory, although it's getting harder to learn those damn lines. I'm just waiting for somebody to give me something that I can just improvise the whole time. Yes?
Dr. Sam Loomis, such an iconic character. What were your thoughts when you took that role?
You know, I wasn't really a great fan of horror movies because I just didn't know them. I've since got to know them much better, and I love them, of course, and they're great. You know, I'm a great admirer of Rob. I'm Rob Zombie, and I saw House of a Thousand Corpses, and the next one he did with Sid, Devil's Advocate, which I Devil's Reject. That was a hell of a movie. God almighty. Sid in that. Captain Spaulding, great. Absolutely brilliant. Rob is an amazing guy and a great talent. And, you know, his talent is not just horror movies. Of course, they won't want him to make anything else because he makes damn good ones. But he's a good director. There's, you know, like, you're a good actor or not. It doesn't matter what the genre is. So when I came to do it, I hadn't seen Halloween, the John Carpenter, and I know that the first Halloween is a brilliant film and one of the watershed films in the horror genre. But I hadn't seen it, and I said to Rob, should I see it? Because of Donald Pleasence, of course, you know, taking on his mantle, this great actor, who I knew socially in London. And I knew his daughter quite well. And, no. Wow, this is a filthy mind. And so, you know, following in this great actor's footsteps, but you know, there's nobody that does Sinister better than Donald Pleasence. God, the man, just to look at him, you know, exactly, he's brilliant. And he had a great voice and all the rest of it. He was, of course, a highly trained, brilliant actor. But, so Rob just said, don't see the movie, just do your own thing. Just do your own thing. So I just did my own thing, and then when we came to do the next one, I said, well, Rob, you know, I've already done Loomis. That's it. I mean, can I just play him in a completely different way? He goes, yeah. What do you want to do? I want to make him a total asshole. He goes, well, why? You know, I said, well, because he's had a near-death experience, and he's the only one making money from this tragedy, and he's turned into it. He's believing his own press, and he's a total ass. He goes, I love it. That's the way to go. So it gave me lots of fun, and I had this wonderful actress who played the PR lady in it, she was absolutely great. So we basically ad-libbed the whole thing and, you know, just goofed around with it, and it was great. I loved doing it. But I won't be doing it again, of course, because, you know, I've done 2. I know Donald did, well, how many? 9? 7? 7? Wow. Well, there you are. Good for him. Well, I think let's leave it alone now. We've done it, and if they want to cast somebody else. Anyway, I've been killed twice. Didn't they break my neck the first time? I come back with a neck brace. Woo! This Dr. Loomis is a strong guy. Yes. Yes. One more? I just want to say thank you so much before I answer the last one. Thanks for coming. It was great to be here in Florida again. This is my second time at this show, and it's a great show. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to you. I'm going to be around at my table, so come say hello if you want to. And yes, sir, your time is nigh.
Sorry for being the last question, but I'm a big fan of the Entourage series, and I know it ended with you threatening to kill E. I heard rumors that it was coming out with a movie. I was wondering if you're coming out in that movie and how you like working with that cast.
I'm standing here listening to you and thinking, are you talking in a foreign language? Because I didn't understand a word of that. Could you paraphrase this again? It's me, I'm English. You know, I can't understand the way you Yanks talk all the time. What did you say? Something about, was it Franklin and Bash?
No, Entourage.
Which one? Entourage! Okay! Entourage! Well, listen. What can you say about this show? I mean, it's sad that it's over, but they went out with a bang.
I also heard rumors that they were coming out with a movie. Are you going to be in that?
Yes, yes, hopefully. I mean, Terrence is such an asshole. I can say that without any compunction whatsoever. But he is, you know, exactly like any agent in LA. I mean, you think he's an asshole? I mean, try working in this business. And Ari, for God's sake, you know, it's all par for the course. I have to say, Jeremy Piven, you know, was absolutely born to play the part. And you couldn't think of another actor that could come close to that great performance that he gives, you know, and has done for 8 years. And the last season to me was the best. It was the best written. I think they wanted to go out with a blaze of glory, and Doug Ellens, the creator, did a magnificent job, and I thought the last show was fabulous. If you remember the last show on Seinfeld, everyone, what the hell was that? All the surprise. What? Did they die or what? But Entourage, you really knew and you got it. And it was really beautifully done. All right, everyone, thank you so much. Great to see you.